the king of comedy, Bernard Maine. Good evening and welcome to the Embassy Club. I'm here to tell you a few nice clean stories, just two. Irish fellow went in a shoe shop, bought himself a pair of tortoise shell shoes, took him 4 hours to walk out the shop. Now there's nothing blue about that. Have I said bollocks yet or anything like that? Fellow in prison, he said it's cold in this cell. The warder says, I'll put you another bar on. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, back to my own act. Fellow up in court, the judge said, have you anything to say before I pronounce sentence? He said, fuck all. The judge says to his solicitor, what did he just say then? He says, fuck all, Your Honour. He said, I'm sure I saw his lips move. Fellow going abroad, this pilot's going through the passage gate, like, you know, and he said, and he was blind with a guide dog and a stick. He said, he said, I'm the pilot. He says, pilot? Jesus. He said, how do you know where the instruments are? He said, they're all in Braille. All in bleeding Braille, he said. What about when you get to the end of the runway? How do you know when to pull it up? He said, well, you know, the passengers say, fucking hell. Nice. Little old fella, 95 years of age, sat in this pub. This woman says, don't I know you? He said, I don't know. She said, weren't you a strong man in the circus years ago? He said, I was. She said, you was strong. She said, I saw you one night bend a 14-inch bar of iron over your prick. I said, I can't do it now. He said, my wrists are gone. He said, I went to the chemist shop. He said, have you got a Durex that big? He said, that only fit a mouse. He said, no, the fucking house is overrun with them. Certainly. When I walked in the pub with a crocodile, the landlord says, get it out. He said, it does tricks. He says, tricks, you balmy bastard, get it out. He said, you're going to have a thrombosis that's the way you were going on. He says, calm down, he says. You'll live longer, he said. Not seen the trick yet. Opens the crocodile's mouth like that, put his dick in his mouth like that. Got a bit of wood out of his back pocket and bang right in the head. And the crocodile went, oh. Ah, Jesus, you've got some bottles of out like that. He said, I told you it was good. Anybody in this pub like to try it for 50 quid? This little old woman said, I'll try it, she said, but don't hit me on the fucking head as I'll eat that crocodile. I walked into a bank, he said, I'd like to put a few quid in. She said, oh, it's not that type of bank. She said, it's a sperm bank, this. He said, how do you mean? She said, well, people that can't have children, we pass the sperm on to them. He said, well, I won't waste a journey, I'll leave you drop while I'm here. She said, well, take this jar in that room, throw it over your thumb, come back and you've done. Come back 2 hours later, sweating coffee. She said, what's up? He said, what's up? I've had it in my right hand, my left hand, in the door jar, under the hot water tap. I still can't get the bloody lid off this jar. Well, I went to a sperm bank, there's 60 in the queue. I thought, geez, I must be in the wrong queue. He tapped this woman on the shoulder, said, is this a queue for the sperm bank? Two Jews are about to be shot by the Gestapo, way behind me. Stood there. Any last request before you're shot? He said, can we stand behind the wall? He said, not stand behind the wall, stand still! The Navy stepped forward, he said, you dirty German bastard. Fuck you and Adolf Hitler. And he says, don't cause trouble. So I went to the chip shop, he said, give us 60 pieces of the fucking chips. The fish fryer said, you ignorant bastard. You don't order chips like that. He says, come round here, I'll show you how to order chips. Now then, may I have 60 pieces of chips, please? He says, get fucked, you wouldn't serve me. This Jewish fella's dying. He says, Becky, are you there? She says, I'm here, I'm here. He says, you're by my side again. When I got shot in the First World War, I came home, you were by my side. I went into a concentration camp in 1933. You were by my side. The war ended. I opened a business. It went bankrupt. Lost all my money. You were by my side. I'm dying now, and you're still by my side. Becky, he says, you're a fucking jinx. And those cars were surrounded by 10,000 Zulus. Red coats. Captain's there. Front rank, fire! On your knees, fire! Spears coming all over the show. There's Di Davies right in the middle there singing. We'll keep our welcome in the hillside. We'll keep a 100 spears. They all fucking dropped down. We'll keep our welcome in the hill. Another 2,000 dropped this side. Bodies all over the show. The sergeant said, for fuck's sake, guys, sing them something they know. Multi-millionaires in Australia. She said, I want a virgin man. I want a man that's never been with another woman. Went all over Australia, couldn't find one. They got this Aborigine from the backwoods, a right ugly bastard. Ran him up to her mansion. She's lay there, just black ankle socks on, not a stitch on, black ankle socks, black gloves, look like the 5 of spades. He walked in the room, took the curtains down, rolling all the carpets up, moved the dressing table. She said, here, what you doing? He said, well, I've never had a woman before. I felt like a kangaroo who wants plenty of fucking room. Hello, took her on these blow-up dolls. Said, I must have realism. Don't send me a doll if I can't have realism. I sent in this doll, the postman delivered it. I thought, I wonder what's in here. Sees this blow-up doll, he thought, oh, aye. He give it one. Put it back in the box, delivered it. Fortnight later, this fella got a message. He said, what? We've never heard from you. What about the realism with the doll? He wrote back, realism? I got a fucking dose off it. Irish fella went for a job on the building site. He says, can you blue tea? He says, certainly. He says, can you drive a stacker truck? He said, well, how big's the fucking teapot? The Irish fella went for a job on the building site. He said, what's your name? He says, Paddy Mulligan. He said, how do you spell it? He says, stick the job up your arse. Little old couple retiring. He said, well, look, we've had a good life. He said, we spent every penny we've had. He said, we've always had a good time. He says, but we're skint now. He said, we'll have to pull our horns in now, look. She said, listen, you're wealthier than you think. She said, Tom, don't you worry about that. She said, every time you made love to me, she said, I charged you 50p, didn't I? Did I? And she said, we've had some, haven't we? Yeah, fucking have that. She said, all them houses across the road, I put it to good use. They all belong to you, that row of houses there, she said. If you hadn't been so lazy on a Sunday morning, you could have had that pub on the corner. Couple won £1 million on the pools. She said, what should we do with the money, Tom? He said, I'll tell you what we'll do. He said, we'll stick it in the bank, we'll buy something every year off the interest. 12 months later, he says, what should we have this year, Tom? He said, we'll have inside toilet. Right, she said, ooh, lovely inside toilet, 12 months went past, what should we have this year, Tom? He said, what? We'll have a barbecue, he said. Get them all the neighbours in, we'll have a barbecue. All the neighbours around, fucking barbecue, they're all scoffing there. The fella come up, he says, Tom, haven't you got on? He said, before you won all that money, he said, you used to shit outside and eat in the house. I walked into a psychiatrist with a frog growing out of his ear. The psychiatrist said, how long's it been like that? And the frog said, it started as a boil on my arse. Cross-country runner run right in this quicksand, sinking slowly, he's up to there. The runner going past, he said, get us out, will you, pal? He said, only if you suck my dick. Fuck off, he says. Well, the runner going past, he's up to here now. He said, get us out, will you, pal? He said, only if you suck my dick, pal. Not bleeding likely, he said. He's up to here now. The fellow going past, he said, Jesus, get me out of here, please. I'll suck your dick for you. He said, you dirty bastard, get out. Nicky went to this house, knocked at the door. She said, yes, what do you want? He said, I've come over your little Johnny swearing in class. She said, it's them bastards next door, she said. I'm fucking sick of telling them, she said. Since we moved round here, he said, the shit houses around here, the fucking lot of them. Have a word with his father while you're here. He went in, he said, what the fuck were you on? He said, come over your little Johnny swearing in class. He said, I'm sick to fucking death of telling her. It's them kids next door, she will let them play with them. Bastards, a lot of them round here, he said. I'm fucking sick of it, he said. Have a cup of tea while you're here, father. He says, no, I better fuck off now, I've got a matter. Now over here on this table here, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating tonight, there's two young men with us tonight that fought at Goose Green in the Falkland Islands. Thank you very much. Over here on this front table. Celebrating with us tonight. Thank you. The Argentinians. And if you want to clap for shit like that, you're over. Cheeky bastards coming in here. Two fellas well pissed in this pub, one stuttered very badly, he says, Argentinians, he said. I'd like to go over there, he said, with a Vulcan bomber, he said. Fucking loaded it. I'd like to pound the bastards out of existence. His mate said, it's easy for you to say that. Well, I walked in a chip shop, he said, you sure this fish was cooked? He said, why? He said, that's all the fucking chips. Pakistani watching television, he said, wear something white at night. Put a white hat on, white coat, white suit, white gloves, fucking snowplow knocked him down. Unlucky that, isn't it? A lot of unlucky people in this world. This fellow had no arms and no legs, was swimming in the channel, got cramp in his ears. The unluckiest man in this world, he was drowning at sea, and this boat picked him up. It was the Titanic. Just got washed and shaved and fucking down again. On that back door here, son, put the air conditioning on. Put it on number 4, lengthen the wire, son. That's it. Come in, sir. Would you like a seat near the front? This way. Come this way. You can't stand at the bar, sir. Bend this passageway here and over here. You enormous bastard. No, you fucking shit. Here you are, on there. Want to bring your motorbike here, or what? Fucking this one looks like Sandyman's porch, that boy. Come on. You're on a little. It's Snow White and the other 6 coming, or what? Don't pick your nose, look. We just swept up over there. Put yourself down there. She's thinking to herself, piss off, you fat bastard, and leave me alone. A mate's thinking, isn't he like Johnny Osborne? A lot of people say that. I can't see that myself. I can't even stand on a mirror like that. Repeat that. He keeps laughing. Every time you laugh, oh, your tits go down like that. What's he celebrating? No school in the morning, oh, was he? But them your first teeth, them, aren't they? You're fucking lost if you don't start laughing, I'm telling you. Fucking me, love. Get them served, son. Get them pissed and get them out. Fellow going back to Ireland, an Irishman going back to Ireland. That's a fucking change, isn't it? Got in this taxi at Liverpool. The taxi driver says, it's a long journey to the airport. He said, we'll have a few riddles. He looked in the mirror, he said, brothers and sisters, have I none, but that man's father is my father's son. Who is it? Yeah, he sort of said, I don't know. He said, it's me, innit? Fuck me, he said, you're right. He got up to Ireland, he says to his father, I'll give you a bit of a riddle, he said. Looked in the mirror, he said, brothers and sisters, have I none, but that man's father is my father's son. Who is it? His father said, how the fuck do I know? He said, you ignorant cunt. He's a taxi driver in Liverpool. Two lesbians in Belfast fighting over rubber bullets. What about the Irish fellow put a French letter on backwards and went? There's a shepherd having a driving test. The instructor says, can you make a U-turn? He said, make a U-turn. I'll make his fucking eyes water. Irish fellow well pissed one Christmas going home. He had 6 kids. He bought them all little tin helmets. Little tin helmets. They used to sleep at the bottom of the bed, and him and his wife to sleep at the top. All at the bottom of the bed there, the little tin helmets, and he come home well pissed one night. He turned over on his left, and they all fell out of bed, and all the helmets went all over the floor. He turned over his right, and all the helmets fell off their head, and they all got back in bed again, and one of them said, "It's fucking awful, this." And then he looked at his wife, he says, "Bridget," he says, "you look as lovely today as the day I first married you." And a little voice at the end of the bed said, "Hang on to your fucking helmets, lads, here we go again." In Russia, Napoleon was at the head of his men, and he shouts, "Halt!" And this fella come from about 5 miles away, the pike staff in his hand, running up. But Napoleon was knackered when he got there. And Napoleon said, "What do you want?" He said, "I thought you wanted me." He said, "I shouted, 'Halt!'" He said, "Fuck me, I thought you shouted, 'Walt.'" Full moon tonight, they'll be bouncing off the walls in Rampton tonight. Imagine what it's like in there tonight. The inspector going on Rampton, there's a fellow stood up in bed like that. He said, "Who are you supposed to be?" He said, "Supposed to be, you cunt." He said, "I'm Napoleon." He said, "Who told you that?" And he said, "God." And the fellow next bed said, "I never told you no such fucking thing." No fellow sat up in bed like that. Brum, 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 brum. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Driving me Maserati." He said, "You've got no car." And the fellow next bed said, "You shouldn't have fucking told him that." He said, "I get £7 a week for washing that." Well, I went to the doctor's. He said, "I can't stop scratching." He said, "Drop your kicks." He said, "You've got cramps." He said, "What's them?" He said, "They're very itchy." He said, "I fucking know that." Can you do anything for us? On your way home, get a pound of caster sugar, rub it well in. He said, "Will it cure him?" He said, "No, rots the teeth, you'll get a good night's sleep." The fellow walked in, he said, "I feel a bit under the weather, doctor." He said, "I'll give you a full examination." He said, "You've got VD." He said, "Must have got the laboratory seat." He said, "You must have chewed it." He said, "Your gums." Can't stop us laughing, can they? The only thing we've got left. My team, Manchester City, is having a rough time, second division football now. I think the fucking Ripper will be out before we are. Who's that ugly bastard sat next to you, love? Ah, Jesus. If you get a knock up in here tonight, there's a chance for all of us, I'll tell you that. Unbelievable. Somebody springs the bolt out of your neck, you know. Some ugly bastards about, though, I'll tell you. Quasimodo went on Mastermind, sat down, he said, "Good evening, everybody, good evening." Don't mind all that bollocks. When he answered questions on, he said, masturbation. You can't answer questions on masturbation. He said, "Well, I've started now, so I'll finish." He's retiring, Quasimodo. He's getting 40 years back pay in a lump sum. Bloke says to his mate, "Oh, I'm going bleeding mad here with pains," he said. "I've got them piles," he said. "Oh," he said, "it's fucking awful." "Oh," he said, "I know what you're going through." He said, "I've had them." He said, "The bastard, them piles," he said. "I'll tell you what I do," he said. "One of my old grandmother's recipes," he says. "Tea leaves round your arse. Every time you brew a cup of tea, pop the tea leaves round your bottle. Be gone in a fortnight." So a fortnight later, he said, "How are you getting on with them piles?" He said, "Fucking tea leaves round your arse. I'm bleeding arse and like the card on my coffee at the back end." He said, "He's sick of them." He said, "They're worse." Oh, he said, "Well, there's only one thing to do now." He said, "Get up to the hospital and see the doctor." He said, "You can't piss about with them things." Went to the hospital Monday morning there. Come in, please." "What can I do for you, please, sir?" He said, "You can shift these piles if you can be all pal." He said, "I'm going through bleeding agony with this lot." "Oh," he said, "piles are very, very painful indeed. Will you come right in, sir? Come, please. take your trousers off, please, and throw them in the corner over there, please. No, don't give them to me. Throw them in the corner over there, please. No, I don't. Put them over there, yes, please. Now, would you bend right over? Bend right over, please. Right over. Don't be frightened, please. Don't look at me, sir. Don't worry about me. Right over, please. Oh, dear. I said, would you pull your bollocks up? There's no light getting through here. Oh, dear. Well, he says, I can't do nothing for your piles, but you're going on a long journey. English woman is always in Germany, caught for a German prostitute. They give her one, they give her a good one, no problems. And she go there knackered like that. Oh. And he just walked into the door. She says, what about the marks? He said, 10 out of 10. On the back room, putting a French letter on, his little lad come in. He said, what are you doing, Dad? He said, I'm looking for a little mouse. He said, what are you going to do? Fuck it, Dad. Start on Sunday, I'm going on. You see, they want me to read a bit of poetry. Sir John Betjeman's died now, and I'm reading poetry. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating red-hot scallops. One fell down his trousers leg and burnt him on the ankle. Completely missed his mullet. Got a nice one for you. Yes, punk rocker on the bus. I've got to start this right because I'm not told it to believe you. Don't you hear this? Punk rocker on the bus with this nun. He said, love to give you one. She said, go away, please. He said, I've never had a nun, I'd love to give you one. And the bus conductor said, now look here, don't keep fucking mad at that nun. That's a straight number, I said. Just leave her alone. I'll give you a bit of a tip. She waits for the Holy Ghost in the cemetery just up here. 10:30 every night. Therefore, oh, he said, thanks. Next night he goes in there, a big sheet over his head. I am the Holy Ghost. I am the Holy Ghost. He said, oh, I've waited for you all my life. He said, now you've come. He said, it's the wrong time of the month. You'll have to go up the back. Oh, and he gave her one. When he finished, he went, ha-ha, punk rocker. And the nun went, ha-ha, fucking bus conductor. Irish when I went to the opticians, I broke my glasses, sir. They said, Friday night, I can't know much about it now, so we're boarding them up one Monday morning. Unbelievable, them Irish. Irish Working Men's Club went on a mystery tour and they had a squeak to guess where they was going, and the driver won 53 quid. Ian's getting married on Saturday. Come up here, Ian. Have your photograph taken in me. Come on, son. He's a fireman. When I go out with the squirter, all the girls shout, fire, fire, fire. How are you, Ian? The tall fella, you fall asleep in the greenhouse. Look, you know. That Gary Glitz here last week left one of his bollocks, look. Nice to see you, son.
See you, mate.
You do a good job, you fireman. Overworked and underpaid, and them's all your pals, aren't they? Hey, what does your future wife do? What's her name?
Jill.
What's her name?
Jill.
And what does she do?
She's a receptionist.
A receptionist? Well, she'll have to be that Saturday night, won't you? Hey? You're a goalkeeper as well in your spare time, eh? So you'll be diving in on Saturday, won't you? I never felt one of them. He said, when I missed that fucking goal last Saturday. What's the name of the team? I'll give you a plug.
Witten Albion.
Witten Albion. Oh, we've got some fans of Witten Albion here today. Very, very nice, that, very nice. My team, Manchester City's having a rough time, you know. I've just been telling them, oh, it's fucking awful at Main Road. Just paid £1 million for a new stand. Trouble is, it's facing the fucking pitch. Anyway, we wish you well. Ian, good luck on your wedding night, my friend. I hope you'll be very happy. I can't see it myself. I hope you'll be back. I'll see him getting married. One of the boys. Oh, she's better than that old bag you used to bring in about 6 months ago. It's not the same one, is it, that one? Hey, they called her the bike. Everybody was fucking riding it at one time. It's a great life anyway, married life. You'll love it. You barmy bastard, stop with your mother. Fellas give a lot up, you see, when they get married. Not like women, they give piss all up, but fellas give a lot up. Telling you. Marvellous when you're single. You're going out there at night. What time you go? What time will you be in, son? Oh, about 3 o'clock, ma'am. I'm like, well, there'll be something in the fridge for you, love, and everything nice and done for you. Your shirt's ironed there, so don't worry. I'll put the electric blanket on low for you, love. Thanks, mother. Marvellous. Bunga £6 out of 150. You know what I mean? Yeah, get some fucking food in, mum. Hey? Get a bottle of sauce, for fuck's sake. Thanks, son, thanks. Tell you. When you get married, oh, what a fucking change, I'll tell you. Come home from work, what do you want for your tea before the chip shop shuts? And then chip shops, have you seen them Chinese chip shops? They fetch all the fucking family out to come and have a look at you. Let me see you, they say, fucking old woman comes out, all the fucking kids say, hey, sending you up to the till and it's fucking £4.50. Anyway, best of luck, my friend. I hope you'll be very happy. No fucking chance, I'll tell you. I used to be fat like you, love. You wouldn't believe that, would you? Sonny will power up every morning, punch the bag about, then she gets up, makes a cup of tea. Is that your husband there? You dropped the right bollock there, didn't you? Okay, now. Must have met him in the fucking blackout. So anyway, this fellow had a bionic arm put on. He said, how am I going to work with this? And he said, well, you just say, a nice cup of tea. He said, a nice cup of tea. And he went, oh, I said, that's pretty marvellous, that, he said. You tell it to do anything you want. Got it home at night, he's in bed, I said, give us a wank. And he went, wang. Pulled his pick off, he said, fuck me. And he went, well, I gave him this bird once. He said, you've only got a small organ, haven't you? He said, yes, but it's never played in a cathedral before. You Japanese never fucking laugh, do you? Hey, you never laugh. We've not forgot Pearl Harbor, pal. Don't you fucking worry about that. What a shithouse trick that was. Sat there, he can't wait to go home, mate, on the Datsun. You look a nice young fella. Go and piss on that Jap. Bastards. No fucking time for it, mate. There was a plane crashed in Madrid about 6 months ago. 200 Japanese on that plane. Broke my fucking heart. 6 empty seats there was. So she said, oh, I'm not grumbling. What you've got's very good, she said, but I'm a little bit kinky. She said, would you bite me ears while you're giving me one? I said, no, where do you want to bite it? She said, just on the lobes there, gentle. I went,